Wild card weekend. You had two treasures. Two treasures. How many times have you watched the playoffs? And there's always a blowout. Game is decided in the first half. Not today. Not today. But the Los Angeles Rams held off the Carolina Panthers in a thrilling 34-31 NFC wild card game, advancing to the divisional round thanks to a late game winning drive by your MVP. He's calling mafioso shots out there, but he had to get approval for the hit. So what did he do? He went to go talk to the underboss, Devontae Adelini, to complete the hit. Once he got the okay, Stefano drawed back, pulled out of his holster, threw a dart right at the pylon to his tight end, Kobe Parkinson. 38 seconds left. But when you let the MVP have minutes to seconds on the clock, MVP Matthew Stefano comes through once again. Puka Nacua had 10 catches for 111 yards and 2 scores. 1 receiving and 1 rushing. I don't have to tell you about Puka Nacua. I don't. Some call him the best. That's debatable, but some people call him the best. I'm not going to argue with that. He's tough as nails. High point the ball with the best of them. Very aggressive wide receiver. And then you have Devontae Adelini that comes back from injury. That's a hard tandem to deal with. This was all quarterback play in this wild card game. No running game for both teams. This is all quarterback play. And when you look at it, that's why the Panthers lost. It became a quarterback's game, and Matthew Stefano, he can hit him up with the best of them. With the best of them. Bryce Young still learning. And like we said before, Puka Nacua, 10 catches for 111 yards, 1 TD. Devontae Adams, under 100 yards. He had 5 catches, 72 yards, 14.4 on average. Kept him out of the end zone. Jalen Coker for the Panthers, 9 catches, 134 yards, 14.9 on average. He had a touchdown. Yeah, man. Quarterback, wide receivers game. Who's going to make the mistakes? Who was going to have the ball with the last running minutes on the clock? Wrong person had it. See, Bryce Young, he can make mistakes in that situation, but the other guy ain't. We know that. So this is not nothing out of the ordinary. Everybody expected the Rams to beat the Panthers. It was no shocker to anybody, only if the Panthers was to pull this one out. So the Los Angeles Rams beat the Panthers 34-31 in this wild card game matchup. First game setting off the playoff weekend right. So Packers and these Bears. I thought Ben Johnson was going to throw this game away for his own team. This man decided to go for it on 4th down. The first time, okay. It's playoffs. Sometimes you just do crazy stuff. You say, hey, we going for it. I understand that the Green Bay Packers offense, they felt like they couldn't stop them. They want to give themselves much possessions as they can. I can understand that. But on your own 30-yard line, not only once, but twice on your side of the field, you decide to go for it. The first time was like, oh, okay, didn't get it. It's early in the game. Might not bite you too much. You was putting your team in dangerous territory. You almost lost the game completely for your football team. There's one thing of going out there and trying to play with guts, but then there's another where you just playing stupid. Just stupid. You about to throw the game away early. Nobody thought the Bears was coming back. 18 points. They were down with no hope. First half was in the dumps. Couldn't get nothing going. Happy feet. Throwing off his back foot like he's just trying to sling it out there. Like I say, for grabs. Throwing it up for grabs. He settled down Whatever happened in the second half, the talk, the speech, whatever happened, they came out a different football team. They even started playing better defense. Ben Johnson had points to put on the board. He decides to go for it on fourth down. He's turning down field goals. I understand. You deem Packers as high-powered offense. They're going to score touchdowns, so you feel like you better score touchdowns. Sometimes you got to put the points on the board, because what does that do? It gives your team a shot in the arm. It makes your defense rise to the occasion when they see points go up on the board. Your team get an extra boost. They feel like all they got to do is go down there and make a stop. They can change the game around. But when you go for it on fourth down, that many times that don't make any sense, you're draining your team. They put in all that hard work to come up empty. Ben Johnson is very lucky. It didn't matter where he was at or what the situation was. He was going to go for it on fourth down. What was the lady's name? She was questioning him after halftime. Going for it on fourth down. And he throw out something like, well, yeah, they're going to score points. We got to keep up with them. Yeah, but you ain't the Packers. You're not the Packers. And the way your team sputtered in that first half, you'd have came out like that, half of that, you'd have been gone out of this game. Bears are very fortunate. I mean, they had fumbles that they had right in front of them and couldn't scoop it up. How many times? Nothing was going their way. They kept hanging in there, hanging in there. Caleb took a lot of heat throughout the year. He's starting to change that narrative now. All they got to do is continue to win. Even though pretty much he's house money now the rest of the way. He got his playoff win. Young guy. Looking to be there many more times. So the Chicago Bears, led by Caleb Williams, defeated the Green Bay Packers 31-27 in an NFC wildcard playoff game, which they rallied from an 18-point halftime deficit with 25 points in the fourth quarter to secure the win. Their first, and I repeat, their first playoff victory in 15 years. That's major. Major. Jordan Love didn't have a bad game himself. And I know it's painful. He was 24 for 46. He put it up. 323 yards. 7 on average. 4 TDs. 0 picks. Only been sacked once. 80.4 QBR. 103.8 rating. Both of these teams didn't really have a running game either. Josh Jacobs, 55 yards. DeAndre Swift, 54. Quarterback's game, especially when you get to the playoffs. Your quarterback going to have to win it one way or the other. Sometimes when you have the running game going well, and especially when you don't. Quarterbacks wins playoff games and Super Bowls. Caleb Williams, 24 for 48 for 361 yards. 7.5 on average. 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. Rocky first half. He's been sacked once. 36.9 on his QBR. 71.6 on his rating. Big play from the wideouts for the Green Bay Packers. Romeo Doubs, of course. 8 catches for 124 yards. 15.5 on average with a TD. 11 targets. Matthew Golden, 4 catches, 84 yards. So they had a lot of guys mixed in there, catching and receiving some balls, but nothing greater than Romeo Doubs with the 124. Colston Loveland for the Bears, 8 catches, 137 yards, 17.1 on average. DJ Moore, 6 catches for 64 yards. Got that touchdown, huge. So great wild card weekend. No doubt. It don't stop there. Got it going on tomorrow. Philadelphia Eagles, big game, of course, against the 49ers. Huge. Purdy's got to get the blues. And Saquon Barkley's going to have to show a little something. He's going to have to run a little bit. You're going to have some kind of balance playing these 49ers on Sunday, is no doubt. You go out there one-dimensional, trying to get Jalen Hurts to win it by himself or with his arm, there's going to be problems. Saquon Barkley's going to have to play huge. Very huge. I don't care if it's in the passing game. He's going to have to make a difference. If he's not running it, he's going to have to get it out of the backfield, catching it. McCaffrey is going to be something to deal with. But I'm looking forward to this Eagles defense being ready. Being ready. Making Brock Purdy uncomfortable. It's another roadblock. You got to go through it. You got to go through it. Monday Night Football, of course. Houston Texans, Pittsburgh Steelers. That's nice. But I'm expecting the Texans to pull that out. I'm looking for Aaron Rodgers to take a whole lot of risks. Yeah, whole lot of them. And that's going to sum it up. But great games on this Super Saturday. Didn't disappoint. No blowouts. All of them went down to the last ticking of the clocks. Outstanding football play today. GSQH, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Y'all enjoy y'all. Well, it's late Super Saturday. You probably ain't enjoying it no more. Well, we got a few late owls, I'm pretty sure. But it's rolling to Slouchy Sunday, which is going to be Wild Card Sunday. We'll call it like that. Wild Card Sunday. No slouchy. Can't be slouchy tomorrow. Wild Card Sunday. All right? I appreciate y'all time. GSQH, I'm up out of here. Peace.